gotta say, welcome to Chapel Thrill, Bill. We're gonna talk about this on 94 feet of UNC for sure. We're not even gonna do no intro video today, but listen, it's Friday, December 13th. I got my guy Denard Cersei back in the building with me today. He came back to chop it up with me because of the big news that we just received and everything. We had the press conference, things like that. We're gonna get into everything. Denars, we gonna really chop it up. As you can see,
let's do it. Let's
I
do
got
it.
the hoodie on today. I ain't cutting no sleeves like everybody else. Listen. I can't do all of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just
Right,
can't
rude
do
boy.
it.
It's too cold to cut the sleeves.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? But listen, I got the hoodie on. I got the Scully on. We gonna make it happen today. But listen, what's up with you, man? First and foremost, I mean, it's been a little bit since you came on. Of course, you're back in the Zell Dome, chopping it up with me. Like, what's been going on?
Nothing's been going on, man. Christmas shopping, getting the kids out of the way. About to get ready to go to Atlanta in another week or so and enjoy my time with the family for the holidays. I'm just looking forward to it, man. These times like this is what I look forward to, especially because I played football for so long, man. Not as long as certain players, but I played long enough to where I missed a lot of time during the holidays and whatnot. So any chance I get to go home to be around my family, to be loved on by my mother, my father, my brother, my sister, my nieces and nephews, my own kids and whatnot, man, I take full advantage of it because it was times where I was in a hotel room on Christmas and my family was at home enjoying themselves I wasn't able to be there because I had to play or I had to practice the next day. So I'm just ever since 2020, I've been catching up with all of those, man. Most people don't understand, man. Like I'm 36 years old. Like from age 18, from 18 to probably 18 to 30, I probably went home for Christmas one time while during my time at college and the NFL and whatnot. And then Thanksgiving, man, my last Thanksgiving at home, my family, I was 18 in '06, you know what I'm saying? And the next time I got to go home for Thanksgiving was 2021 after COVID, you know what I'm saying? From year 06 to 2021 and no other Thanksgivings, like, man, that's why times like this and retirement and in your next chapter of your life, you get to catch back up on things like this. And you get to enjoy times like that, man. Being with your family, being around loved ones, catching up on old times, enjoying the foods that grew on you and that raised you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So just getting to be around family again. I know I missed a lot of family that's no longer here with us, which I know everybody goes through that. So holidays are very important to me. That's why people be like, what you want for Christmas? To see you. That's it. That's the only gift I need. You know what I'm saying? To see you and get your cooking. That's all and get a hug. You know what I'm saying? That's all I need. Yeah. Anything else I want, I can get it for myself throughout the year. But times like this, when everybody gets to sit down and chill and come together and be a family, that's what I really and truly enjoy. So that's what I got to do. Last time we chatted, that was for Thanksgiving, so that's what I got to enjoy on Thanksgiving, and now I'm gearing up to enjoy it again on Christmas. So those are things I look forward to now.
That's what's up, bro. Family time is always the best time, bro. Family time is always the best time, for sure. Just so everybody know, if y'all see a Benz pop up at my crib and everything or whatever, and it's all it's all decked out and all of that and stuff, it's because my guy Denars went and bought one.
I don't drive imports, man. I drive pickup trucks and muscle cars. You know what I'm saying?
See, Denard, you missing one thing. The Benz is for me. It's not for you. You know what I'm saying? The Benz is for me. I'm the driver, not you. I can drive some.
Okay, I'm gonna say it makes more sense now. It makes more sense now. I'm more
right.
We like pick up. I'm from Georgia, so we like pick up trucks and old school Cadillacs. Cutlasses. We call them donks. 85 Buick Grand Nationals. You know what I'm saying? Man, that's what I grew up on. Outcast, players ball. You know what I'm saying? We don't pull up in no business.
For
pull up in that, you know.
For sure. For sure. I know exactly what you talk about, bro. I have spent a lot of time in Atlanta. So I know. I've
so
spent a lot of time down there.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Going down 85 South, Young Bloods and Outcasts.
Yes, sir.
I know. Like, listen, we can. That's another topic for a whole nother day when it comes to hip hop talk. Oh my goodness, like, bro, we could definitely do that. But yeah, for sure. But today we here because of the big breaking news that has happened this week.
Yes,
we bike. Like, you know what I'm saying? We bike.
Official, like a referee whistle. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. And listen,
I still thought it was smoke and mirrors.
Listen, and I told you, I said, bro, it's not smoke and mirrors. I'm telling you, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. And look what happened.
Absolutely.
Mr. Bill Belichick is now the new head football coach at the University of North Carolina.
Never thought I'd see a day.
Listen, it even to this moment right now, it still feels surreal. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, it just to when you think of North Carolina, you think of Bill Belichick, and then you putting the two together. It's surreal. It's surreal. Like, oh my God. When I heard about it, I was just like, nah. I was like you in the beginning. But then I started, seeing some things, and I'm like, I started hearing some things, started getting some intel, and I was just like, oh, the UNC ain't playing. They're not playing about this.
Yeah, but I still thought it was. I mean, when they first threw his name out, I was like, "What? Coach gonna lead you know what I'm saying? He gonna lead the National Football League to come to college?" Like, I did, but that goes to show you how small the football world is. I did not know his dad was an assistant here in the 50s, and then the picture started showing up with him inside Kenan Stadium. I'm like, Here in the pictures that showed up, I got pictures of my son that same age at Kenan Stadium. That just shows you how small the football world is. That shows you how things can come full circle if you do things the right way and prepare and handle your business and do what you need to do. I mean, it was amazing. I honestly believe, like, it was just like not necessarily a publicity stunt, but I thought they was naming him to get like other coaches to like bite and jump on for the opportunity to be the head coach. But getting the full backstory and understanding the history behind the man, because I met Bill Belichick at the Senior Bowl. I met him at the Combine back in 2011 for both Senior Bowl and Combine. So it was mostly interviews about being, of course, being a Patriot and being in college and whatnot. So I mean, I didn't think nothing of it. And then being drafted to Buffalo and being in the same division with him for 4 years and seeing him twice a year. And then even when I left Buffalo and going to Tennessee, I was still in the AFC. So it was always a chance that you're going to see the Patriots. I saw the Patriots in 2015. I saw them in 2017. They knocked us out the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? When I was with the Titans. So I never thought he would leave the NFL because he had such an imprint on the history of the game. I knew his dad. I knew his dad coached at a military academy. I mean, military school and college. That's how he came into college football. But I did not know his dad was an assistant at Carolina before then. So for my knowledge, you know what I'm saying, he came into the league at 72. He's been in the league from 72 to 2023. You know what I'm saying? He's been out of the 100 plus years of the NFL. He's been a part of 48 of them. So I never imagined. Just think of the knowledge and the growth and the amount. That's why if people remember when they was doing the 100 years on the NFL, what's the one coach they had up there on the podium talking with like Chris Collinsworth and all the other guys? It was Bill Belichick, because that's how long he's been a part of the NFL and that's how much he's seen. He came in as a special team assistant. So the first QB he seen really was Johnny Unitas. He went from Johnny Unitas to Tom Brady. And for people who got football knowledge, that is insane. Because other than before Johnny Unitas, the marquee QB for the forward pass was, I believe, was Sammy Ball, who played with they was the Washington Redskins at the time, but they were the Washington Commanders. A lot of older people know who I'm talking about. But for the younger guys, they know it now. Like in the words of Bush Davis and Everett Withers, I'm a football thug. I have the knowledge of the NFL and football period because I've been on that journey. But before Johnny Unitas, it was Sammy Ball. Then it was Johnny Unitas. And after Johnny Unitas, every QB was measured to Johnny Unitas. You got to think when Drew Brees broke a record, he broke a record that was held by Johnny Unitas. And Johnny Unitas played in the 70s. You know what I'm saying? So just the amount of like knowledge and people Bill Belichick has seen, the amount of work he's put in, and how long he was a part of that shield, which is the NFL. So when they first said he was interviewing for the Carolina job, I was like, I know he worked with his dad, but I don't think he would come. He'd be from coming from being a leader of men to coming. I mean, don't get me wrong. Even though they're 18, 19, 20 years old, they're young men. You know what I'm saying? But I never thought. You know what I'm saying? So when people was telling me, like, I heard he's interviewing, I'm like, well, we're waiting to see. Like, I don't know. Like, we don't know what's going to happen because he could just be the bait for other coaches to be like, throw their head in the ringer, like, nah, I can do better. Like, saying we're younger, I'm younger. You know what I'm saying? Like for that point, because like people say, like Mac Brown was 73. Now we hiring a guy that's 72. So I'm just going off, based off politics and media. I'm listening and looking, but I also know, like, okay, unlike Belichick, Matt Brown didn't coach in the NFL, to my knowledge. Now, if he did and I didn't know, then somebody please forgive me, correct me. You know what I'm saying? But to my knowledge, he's always been a part of college football. Yeah. And to my knowledge with Bill Belichick, he's always been part of the NFL, except besides the fact of working with his dad at the military college that he was at. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So when that came about that he was going to be interviewed, I was like, we'll wait and see. You know what I'm saying? But then when it became official and you hear news that he met with Bubba Cunningham and they came out of the office and things like that, he's been on campus. I'm like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not, you know what I'm saying? But I'm excited. Of course I'm excited. We're getting one of the best head coaches ever, and he's coming to my alma mater. I'm sure not gonna put it down or discard it. I just knew his resume and how his resume stacked up towards the NFL and him never being a technical college football coach. You know what I'm saying? So I just thought he was just gonna stay on that side, because his resume already preceded the NFL level. So, but for him, I mean, it's one of the things probably that drives him. It keeps him going, knowing the fact that he can come back and, like, everybody knows the story from the 2004 season with New England when he was with his dad. His dad was sick. His dad started traveling with him more. When they was with New England, he was around more. And then for New England, go down to Jacksonville and beat Philly for the Super Bowl, and his dad was with him. You can see the iconic scene when he's hugging his dad after that Super Bowl, and the players come pour the Gatorade shower on him and his dad. You know what I'm saying? So I see it now because heck, if I was in the same situation, I get to go back to go be a head coach at a place where my dad played or coached that. It would be an honor because I feel like I get to go back and experience that. And if lucky for me, my dad's still living, but just the fact, like, that's something he can still, like, as a person that has a strong bond with his dad like that. He's going back to the place where his dad got his first start at. So it's amazing. Then it said a university that I attended, we have a chance to be better. We have a chance to be great. I know what he's going to bring because of the type of organization and program that he built with New England. And if he could do that with grown men, it's a good chance he could do that with young men as well coming out that needs to be developed to get to that level. And I'm all for it, like 100% for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Listen, I got to take the Scully and the hoodie off because we gonna get into some things for sure. Listen, man.
I got you, man.
Listen, this is how I look at things, right? Because listen, this is like what this feels like, right, is
right.
This feels like I'm a Knicks fan, right?
You a Knicks fan? Oh,
I'm a Knicks fan, right?
y'all ain't been good since the Garden was eaten.
Don't do that. Don't do that. We're not doing that. See, you listen. Listen, man. Listen. Thank you everybody for watching. You know, whatever. Like, you know, like we gonna wrap this show on up. Like,
no, but you know, man, I gotta talk my trash. I gotta talk my trash.
Yeah, I know. It's all good. It's all good. Listen,
like I tell my relatives, there's a reason why I made it to this level. I'm a competitive. You know what I'm saying? Man, you gotta come with it. No.
Respect. I respect it. It's all love, my brother. It's all love for sure. So
I got you. I had to mess with you a little bit.
This is how I look at it, right? I look at it like I'm a Knicks fan, and this feels like Michael Jordan just said that he's going to be a Knick. Like it's equivalent. Because let me tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. Bill Belichick, I'm gonna be honest, and this is just me being transparent. I've never been a big fan of him, right? And I think mainly most of that is because when you see it, like I'm not a big fan of the Chiefs, I'm not a big fan of, you know, the Patriots, you know, things like that, right? When you start seeing one team constantly winning championships, winning Super Bowls, winning NBA finals, winning whatever you want to call it.
Absolutely.
It gets to the point where it's like, all right,
somebody else need to win.
Who's the next big thing? Like Golden State. Like tired of Golden State. Like so to see Bill Belichick. Now I love him because he gave my Giants 2 Super Bowl rings. Shout out to you, Bill. I appreciate you. Matter of fact, you gave my Giants 4 rings because 2 of them.
Oh yeah, 2 of them on staff. Absolutely.
Yeah, you was a DC. So then you turned around and gave us 2 more. I appreciate it, Bill. Love you to death for that, my guy, for sure. Chef's kiss.
Sure.
Chef's kiss, for sure. But this is equivalent to Michael Jordan saying, I'm coming to the Knicks, because Bill Belichick is greatest NFL coach of all time. I mean,
argument can be between him, Shula, and Lombardi.
Right.
Him, Shula, Lombardi, and Bill Walsh.
Okay. He's in that group. Okay.
Right.
That's kind of like that group, right? That's your Mount Rushmore.
Right. You know, Andy Reid is coming, but for your Mount Rushmore for sure with championships, Walsh, Shula,
Lombardi,
Bill Belichick, and Lombardi. That for sure.
It's kind of like college basketball. Dean, Coach K, Coach Calhoun, Coach Williams. Like, that's just that, hands down. That's just what it is, right?
Right. Absolutely.
Bill Belichick.
Wooden may be in there from UCLA. You forgot about that.
You know why I don't? I'll tell you this because, and just real quick, because I had this conversation with one of my guys. He was on. As a matter of fact, he was my first special guest on the show when I started the podcast. My guy Big Flea from the Lord have mercy, Knicks Rehab All Ball TV podcast or whatever. Shout out to my guys over there, man, for sure.
Shout out.
For sure. But I had this discussion with him, and I'm gonna tell you why I don't put Wooden, Rupp, Knight. The only reason why I really don't put them in that category for me is because I wasn't around to watch them. Like, I was around when I saw Dean, Calhoun, K, Williams. Like, you know what I'm saying? And now, if you want to base it off of accolades, I mean, of course, you got to put Wooden in there, probably Rupp, you know, Dean, like, for sure. I get it. I understand.
I understand completely.
Yeah, so
that's why people Oh my God, that's okay. I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say this comment for another show, but yeah,
Yeah,
I get
yeah,
it for
yeah,
sure.
yeah.
I know a lot of Carolina fans gonna be hot at me when I say this, but so I'm gonna say.
Oh
for
yeah. Just save
don't
that,
need
save that,
football.
Denars. Save that
We
for
don't
sure.
keep football right now because we
For
go
sure, for
basketball.
sure.
What I'm finna
Yeah,
say, what I
yeah.
was
This
gonna
is
say,
the
they gonna be like,
football podcast,
what?
bro. Football podcast for
Right? They gonna be
sure.
like, what?
But I look at it like Bill Belichick. Like I said, it feels too surreal when you put Bill Belichick and North Carolina together. Greatest coach of all time. I mean, 8 Super Bowl rings, second in the most wins, first in the most playoff wins,
12 Super Bowl appearances.
Yeah, like I mean, the list just goes on and on, right? I know what Bill Belichick is going to do, not only for UNC basketball, but for college football as a whole. He's kind of like I was listening to one of the podcasts Inside Carolina. Big shout out to the guys over there. I was listening to them, a couple of days ago, and they said that this is going to be Deion times 100. Like Deion came in, changed some things when it came to college football.
Right.
Bill Belichick is coming in and changing everything.
The whole program. The systematic of the program, for sure.
Yeah, not even that, but just of college football. Like the whole recruiting aspect of things is going to change because let's be honest, some coaches probably are not happy about that because now it's like, I mean, let's be clear. Dabo Swinney, and this, I'm not saying that they are, but there's probably a little bit, I can't remember a lot of the football coaches because I'm not big on college football like that, but I will be now. I can tell you that. Sure. But Dabo Swinney, some of these other coaches out there, they have a little fear.
Yeah.
Now.
They got to make it. They got to make adjustments. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. They have some fear in them.
If they didn't have like the mindset or the thought process to turn their program into an NFL based run program, they're going to heavily consider it now. I mean, I don't know if Dabo Swinney will switch it up because he doesn't take people from the transfer portal. He's going to go with his recruits and his freshmen who comes in, and the guy says there he's big on development. We don't know. I can't remember if I heard if he's big on the transfer portal. He just said he was knowledgeable of how college football is. Because from speaking to Nick Saban, him and Nick Saban are pretty much like this, and they speak and they talk and whatnot. So he's hip that he's very aware of what goes on in college football. Now, will he take the Dabo Swinney route and only recruit and develop guys? Or will he do both? Go get guys out of the transfer portal as well? Because I mean, I think he would take guys out of the portal because I mean, a lot of guys may want to come play for him. I know me personally, that's what drew me to the University of North Carolina when they hired Butch Davis. Butch Davis was coming from the NFL, and he ran the NFL type like structure. Practice was ran NFL style. Meetings was ran NFL style. We would have walkthroughs. We would have strength conditioning was based on like NFL style. Like now in the wintertime, of course, we would do the basic winter program, building muscle, building explosiveness. Guys who need to lose weight, lose. Guys who need to gain. But it was pretty much run like the NFL. So even when I got in the training camp as a rookie. And they was passing out the schedules. I'm looking at the schedule like, man, I've been doing this before. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the only difference is I have more time because there's no study hall, there's no classes or whatnot. Your job is straight football 24/7.
Yeah.
So when we wasn't doing football, I had to learn how to readjust and occupy my time. But other than that, it was still the same structure format, even all the way down to how the cafeteria served food. When I saw what the cafeteria served with the Buffalo Bills, it was pretty much structured the same way I seen when I was in Carolina, and that was part of the main reason why I chose to attend University of Carolina, because it was a former college coach that was in the NFL that was returning back to college, and I was a big fan. I was a big fan of Butch from his Miami days and the teams he put together, because he recruited and coached two of the guys that I love to death, which is Ed Reed and Sean Taylor. So I was big on like being around him and learning, and like going to his office on my official visit and seeing like all the people that he recruited and coached that was in the NFL, or that was came through the system of Miami and that became Hall of Famers and things of that nature. So that was intriguing to me. Like he mentioned like that was the pipeline to the NFL, and that was my same mentality when I met Butch Davis. This is the pipeline to the NFL. And in the 4 years that Butch Davis was here, he had almost 20 first rounders in 4 years, and he had like 45 draft picks in his 4 year span. I was one of the 45 draft picks. 45, 40, you know what I'm saying? So I trusted in the system because I believed he was the pipeline to where I wanted to ultimately get, and that's the NFL. So guys are going to see that, you know what I'm saying? This is Bill Belichick. He's one of the most credited coaches in the NFL. You know what I'm saying? He's I mean, no knock on Bush, but he's more credited than Bush as far as NFL wise. You know what I'm saying? Now Bush won Super Bowls with the Dallas Cowboys as defensive coordinator and whatnot under Jimmy Johnson, but Belichick won it as a D coordinator on the Bill Parcells. Then he took over as a head coach, and he won 6 more. Period in what 9 more. You know what I'm saying? He lost twice to the Giants, and he lost to Philly. You know what I'm saying? Off the Philly special. But other than that, any other Super Bowl appearance he was in, he has won. He's come home with a ring. You know what I'm saying? So why would you not listen? Why would you not? You know what I'm saying? Like if you want, if that's your ultimate goal is to get to that level to provide your family with the ultimate longevity of wealth down the line, and you know you're gonna get developed, one as a player, but as a person, because you're gonna have the best of both worlds, being developed as a person with classes and study hall, learn how to like handle what you need to handle off the field, but you're on the field with one of the best to ever do it. You know what I'm saying? You can't go wrong with that. And then like I said, if I was coming through recruitment right now, I'd come to Carolina again off rip because of Belichick, the pipeline.
For sure. And that was one of the things that I was getting ready to say. Like, he's let it be known that UNC is going to be a pipeline to the NFL.
Facts.
I love some of the quotes that he said that, you know, because I noticed somebody asked him in the press conference, like, you know, what do you say to the people that is saying like, oh, you know, after your tenure, your contract is up here, that you're going to go back to the NFL? And his reply was, I didn't come here to leave.
Right.
Which lets me know he's there long term. I'm here forever.
Right. I believe this is like a closement on his chapter, or his coaching chapter. Like, he still loves to coach. Sure. He still wants to coach, and then he has the opportunity to come back to a spot where when he first started realizing he was a human being on this earth, you know, because we all, you know, as kids growing up, I remember the first time I realized I was a human being on this earth, it was like going around my 4th, 5th birthday. My dad came in the house and was like, guess whose birthday tomorrow? And I'm looking like, who? And he like, yours. So that was my first recollection of like, I'm a human on this earth. You know what I'm saying? So his first recollection of being a human on this earth is Chapel Hill. So no matter what happens, he gets to go back and return to where it all started for him. So it's a small circle. It's the football world, man. The football world. I tell people all the time, man, the football world is so small, man. You know so many people. You meet so many people. You cross paths with so many people. As long as you got a good head on your shoulder, you're going to always meet people with opportunities to better your life and everything, because the NFL for sure is a part of the 1%, but football is in general the ultimate team sport when you get to be around so many people, and so many people when they're done with football, they venture off and do things. You never know where your life could take you. You know what I'm saying? Like my dentist is a guy I played football with in Carolina. Let that sink in. So you know what I'm saying? So you never know what life throws at you. So, and he didn't know, you know what I'm saying? But he know, like I'm pretty sure he was like, what? Carolina want me to come coach? Like, Man, I remember being there as a kid with my father, the love he has for his father. He came back, and then I know he wants to do his due diligence as like providing the best program as possible, because he may not admit it, but his pride, his knowledge, and not necessarily his ego, he's like, I've done it as a leader of grown men. I'm gonna do it as a leader of young adults. You know what I'm saying? Like he said, I've been to a lot of campuses, but I was there most so after the draft, scouting them and recruiting them. I mean, not scouting and getting ready for the draft, but now he's gonna be there recruiting, and he gets to learn kids from the ages 17 and 18 instead of 22, 23, and 24. So he gets to develop them faster. You know what I'm saying? Like some guys coming to the NFL, they still not developed because a lot of guys they just such freakish athletes. You just put the ball in their hand, let them go. But you still got to learn fundamentals and techniques, and that's what's going to carry you the farthest. Because especially if you plan on getting to the NFL, everybody's good.
Yeah,
you playing with the best of the best. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
and it's a sport that's only played in America. Like, you're dealing with the best of the best. So when you're in the NFL, you have to rely on your fundamentals and little teachers and coaches that can give you the edge over a person, little tendencies and things like that that'll help you win on certain plays. So to be able to come in and catch guys at an early age when their mind is still developing, and then you get to install that type of level of coaching and teaching it to them, the ones that'll be willing to learn and take it on and being able to apply to the field, them gonna be like the best guys for the team and for the university. And then ultimately it'll lead to an endless rotation, like a revolving door of players, like the Alabamas and the Clemsons and Ohio States. When they every year is guys, they put out guys in Georgia's, they put out guys in the top 10, top 5 every year. So it'll come down to the guys' mindset and how they take the coaching, and if they want that challenge of being coached the right way and being pushed in the right way, because they ain't no doubt Bill Belichick don't know what he's talking about. The resume speaks for itself. The players he's coached that's in the Hall of Fame and coached against that's in the Hall of Fame speaks for itself. So it's about are you willing to be coached hard and come in and being willing to be developed? You know what I'm saying? That's the main.
Yeah,
for sure.
Listen, I do know he's gonna hit the portal because he's already he mentioned that in his press conference. Of course, he's going to be recruiting. I love all of this because of the fact that, you know, the NIL is going to be huge. Like, if you ask me, it's going to be like unlimited. Like, I don't think he would spend all of the money that he's going to get from in NIL. I don't think he's going to spend all of that money. I'm going to be honest with you. He's going to have a lot of it left over, right?
Right.
So, I mean, we've heard that Freddie Kitchens is going to stay on the staff. He did mention that in his press conference. I love the fact that he just brought in Mike Lombardi as the GM, who's been with him for 30 plus years, whatever you want to call it. Like, he's going to be really making a lot of the decisions as far as what players to really go after, things like that. Some of these recruitments, I'm going to be honest with you. I think that some of these recruitments, I think some of them might feel a little bit kind of crazy right now. And I'm not going to lie. I've heard that a few recruitments have kind of like they're in the process of maybe considering decommitting from their second option when Carolina was their first option, but they didn't go to Carolina because of the Mac Brown situation. So they ended up going to wherever their second option was. So, but I've heard some things and some rumblings that, you know, a lot of them might be decommitting from there just because of the fact Bill Belichick is going to be coaching North Carolina, right?
Absolutely.
Like he said, I'm here to develop these young men and get them to the league. That's attractive alone. What's also attractive is the name itself, Bill Belichick. What's also attractive is his accolades.
Yeah.
I think it's a lot easier. And I'm gonna be honest with you. And I've always said this, and I've even said this even in the NBA. I've always said that it is easier to coach players in college than it is to coach the grown men with all of these different egos that's making all of these hundreds or millions and millions of dollars in the NFL. Like, so I think I don't think he's going to have an issue with that at all. Like, a lot of people are asking, how is he going to adapt with college and college players and things like that? I don't think Bill's going to have an issue at all. I don't think he's going to have an issue at all because of the fact the players that he ends up getting are going to be so much in tune and in touch with everything that he is teaching them that it's not going to be about egos or whatever you want to call it. It's not going to be about that at all. He's not going to have that problem at all. And he also said in the press conference that, listen, of course, everybody already knows that I'm going to bring in a lot of the guys from the NFL staff that I've coached or worked with. So, like, that's when you start thinking like, who's some of those guys? I think his son,
Matt Patricia, probably. He already keeping on Freddie.
Yep. Josh McDaniels, maybe.
Yeah. I would say probably Coach Clyde, because Coach Clyde worked with like Brady and Andrew Luck, guys like that. Coach Montecchino, guys who he had to like game plan against because they was like, because Montecchino was like I said, the linebacker and D-line coach for Baltimore. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, these guys, he know their resume. They resume speak for themselves. I mean, I don't know. I throw mine in there. You know what I'm saying? I could coach DBs. Like, yeah.
You need to get you and listen.
I didn't work with Coach Belichick, but I mean, I'm pretty sure you know who I am from my time and from coming through, you know, the Senior Bowl and coming through the Combine, and then my 9-year NFL career. Because my first 4 was in Buffalo, and my next 3 was in Tennessee. So I was still in the AFC. I saw him twice when I was in Tennessee, and then of course, being in Carolina, I only seen the preseason, but I'm pretty sure like I'm up for it. Hey, we bring the university back, I'm on board.
you need to get over to the university.
I did so.
I mean, because right now, you know, they're practicing for the bowl game. Freddie Kitchens and them, you know, he's already met with the players that's left on the team that have decided to, I guess, that are going to stick around, who's coming back, who's not, whatever the case may be. So, I mean, listen, you need to get over to the university as soon as possible, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, and just walk up there on campus.
I go over there in the morning. I be over there like a mug now. You know what I'm saying? I go in the morning now.
You need to go. You need to go. Like,
I roll on campus with the quickness.
I will listen. I would love to see it. I would love to see it. Like, you know, I'm
you and a lot of people. He mentioned Julius Peppers. Yeah, have Pep coach D-line. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
like, hey.
Pep is on campus right now.
On campus right now. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
So,
I played with Pep in Carolina. So, yeah, man. Yeah.
Well, there you go. Like, listen. Yeah, you might need to make that trip over there tomorrow morning, bro. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I got you, big dog. I'm definitely thinking about it. Like,
make that. And listen, that
best secondary in the nation.
You got to get. Sometimes you got to give a little to get a lot. You got to make the sacrifice. Whatever you got on, you might have to push it back just a little bit or whatever, just so you could go over there for a little bit. Just
if that opportunity presents itself, I'm all for it.
Show your face.
He gonna be like, Denarius, where you at? 15 minutes away in Durham. I'm on the way.
Listen, well, there you go, right there. Like, because that's the first thing you're gonna ask. Like, oh, I didn't know you was in this area.
Right?
Yeah, I'm here.
He go like, so when can you get here in 15 minutes?
I think that's a major, bro.
Yeah,
I think you need to do that. But
for a guy with a room named after him, absolutely. Yeah, I sure will. Guess another guy to build the guys with respect for sure. So yeah, I'm all for it.
Got to get some player developers, man. Got to get some player developers.
Like when you're doing what you love, it's not work. And if I'm back in my alma mater and coaching and teaching and developing young guys, that's not work. That's spreading knowledge and getting guys ready for the next level and winning. That's all it's about.
And what I'm gonna tell you, what else? It's just so many different things that I just love about this, because I don't know if you know this or not, but and I mean it's public knowledge. It's public knowledge at this point, because he actually mentioned it in the press conference. But he talked to MJ.
Yeah, I heard that. I heard. Yeah, I watched it. I watched it. I heard it.
Yeah. So he talked to MJ. Now I will say this from what I've heard, just from some intel, that MJ and Bill are really close friends. I think he's like one of these big donors that has decided to, put some money into the university, into NIL, things like that, which is going to be huge, because football is going to benefit basketball.
Right.
Like, think about it like this. Next season, I don't think you're going to be able to find a ticket to a UNC game.
I know. They already posted the first game against TCU and Keenan.
TCU.
Like, wow.
They've already posted the schedule. Like, I got a copy of the schedule already.
That is insane.
And we actually go talk about that.
Everybody gonna want to see what he does, what he do in his first year for sure.
Yeah. So, but not only my thing is, when it's time for, on the basketball side of things, when it's time for Hubert to bring in, recruits, things like that, you're gonna be in an amazing environment, because they all go to a football game and go and watch a football game or whatever. So they're gonna end up in an amazing environment. Not only that, they're gonna be able to be down on the field in front of the GOAT coach.
Absolutely. You get to see
like
him.
Just the presence.
Get to put eyes on him.
It's going to do something, and that's going to actually help basketball as well. So, like, this whole move is just major, and it's in so many different ways. And I just tell people that, like, you can't deny it. And one thing I like about it is, I love the fact that North Carolina went on and did it, because now it's letting people know, hey,
we mean business.
We serious. We mean business.
Right.
We serious about football. Like,
we ain't
for
trying
sure.
to miss the college football playoffs again. Like, we trying to be in there. We trying to be in there stumping with the big dogs. In the word, but Martin Lawrence voice, I'm trying to be stumping with the big dogs. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And who else better to have than Bill Belichick on the side? Absolutely. Like, it just don't get no better than that. And that is no knock to any of the other coaches that they were looking at, anything like that. They said that they wanted to go out and find somebody younger. They did. I mean, he's a year younger, than Mack Brown. And I mean,
yo.
they didn't lie. They didn't lie about it.
They went 1 year.
1 year, he's still younger, regardless. But I mean, I like the whole fact also that they took what did Carolina have to lose?
Right.
They had nothing to lose. Like, when you think about it, you're pretty much at the bottom of the bottom.
Yeah. They had to go all in, man. We had to bounce back. We had to show like we're competitive, just like any other university. That's how you get the donors. That's how you get the donors to donate. That's how you get the NIL. That's how you get the best players in there. Like, you have to present the big picture. Yeah, that's what draws you in. Like, that's what it about it. That's like when you buying a house, you buying a car. Like, what's the main attractive that's going to get me to purchase this? Say that university. What's the main attractive to get you to come here, be a part of this? Like, we're building something. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. And I tell you this. I tell you this real quick, not to cut you off, but
are you good?
It also helps the ACC, because they've been talking about this whole realignment, conference realignment, all of that and stuff or whatever. Well, I mean, I'll tell people this, whomever it is that's trying to move Carolina to a whole nother conference and stuff like that, be careful what conference you move them to. If you move them to the SEC, beware because of the fact it's Bill Belichick. And Belichick is going to go into Alabama territory, recruit players. He's going to go into Texas, recruit players. He's going to go into Georgia, recruit players. Like, and I'm talking about the states. Like, I ain't talking about the schools, but he's Bill is coming. Bill is coming, and he's here. And there ain't nothing nobody else now can do about it but fear him. You got to fear him.
Absolutely.
Because now,
it's competition. That's what breed you in the business of winning. You have to breed competition. That's what makes you better. So,
not to mention all of the other tools that he has. Like, he can always bring in Tom Brady as like the people he know, like to come in and help the quarterbacks or work with the quarterbacks for a little bit.
The amount of people on his resume. The dude's been a part of the NFL since '72. He's worked with Johnny Unitas and Tom Brady.
Oh man.
Let that sink
goodness.
In.
And look, you know what's crazy? He mentioned it in the press conference. He said, listen, this is the university of quarterbacks. Like, when you think about it, Drake May, Mitch Trubisky, Sam Howell.
Yes, absolutely. Then two of the best defensive players ever came from out of here. Lawrence Taylor
and Julius Peppers. And Denarius Thurston.
I'm probably like number 10. I'm probably number 10 on the list, but I'm glad to be. I'm glad to be on the list.
You on the list though. You on the list though. That's what matters. Yes. That's what matters. I don't care how you want to look at it. That's what matters.
I remember I see the poll. They was like, I see the poll. They was like, the best DBs come through Carolina. I think I was like number 9 on the list. I was like, I made the list. Like, I don't care. They was like, you should have been hired. One dude was like, you should have been hired. I said, no, I don't care where I'm at. I could have been 10B. I'm on the list.
Yeah. Listen,
out of the top 100 players to come through the university, I'm number 71. And I'm crazy. Like, dude, the school been open since you know what I'm saying? Like, how long we don't had 150 years plus of college football.
Yeah. And
I've been a part of 4 out of the 150 plus. And for how many? Just think of how many players came through that university. Out of totality of players, out of the top 100 players that ever graced Kenan Stadium. I'm number 71 out of all the DBs that play in the secondary. I'm number 9. I think 8 or 9. I don't care. I'm in the top 10. Like, I'm just thinking to myself, like, it's people that was coming here when my dad was it was a child. You know what I'm saying? Like, so just
it's crazy, man.
I'm sitting like this.
You know it's crazy, man.
It's
like,
a blessing.
Listen,
thank you, Lord.
It is so. It's just so amazing. It's so great to be a Tar Heel, bro. Like, it really is right now. Like, I just words can explain everything right now. And the crazy thing is, like, I've seen NC State fans, I've seen Duke fans, you see some of these fans and they're like, oh, what a horrible move, North Carolina. You all just shot yourself in the foot. Hate. Well, the only reason that's fear. It's fear
and hatred that we made that move. They're like,
now we got to deal with him.
Like you said, teams of other conferences, like, teams down the street, you know. So,
now we got to deal with him. Like, that's what they're saying in their minds. Like,
him and his the
God,
way he can take guys. Like he just mentioned, he's just like, you guys got to remember, Tom Brady was a 4th-string receiver when he came in. I mean, 4th-string quarterback when he came in, and then he became who he became behind the leadership, knowledge, and development of Bill Belichick.
And listen, players are gonna call Bill. Bill ain't gonna have to go and see nobody. I truly, I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't, and I know that's right. That's just a stretch for sure. But players are gonna call Belichick to say, "Hey, I want to come to the school.
Right.
I
Or
want
at
to
least come
there,
visit.
coach."
You see I want to come visit to see the aura and the vibe. You know what I'm saying? So absolutely. He's gonna have a chance to reel in a whole bunch of big bait. So that's for sure. So I know for sure if I'm getting recruited and he called me, I'm coming. I mean, I definitely come see.
I saw some things. I saw one clip where Mike Tomlin was on Pat McAfee, and he said, they asked him about it, and he said, listen, I got 2 kids, 2 sons or whatever, and he was like, if I had to, I would definitely send them to Chapel Hill for sure.
Developmental reasons and the pipeline.
Yes.
Because
number one, hear that
gonna come. The education's gonna come. You're gonna get a great education. You know what I'm saying? Like, second thing, like I knew my thought process coming in, I was like, either one or two things gonna happen. One, for sure, I'm not leaving empty-handed. Either I'm gonna leave with a degree or a chance to play in the NFL. I got both. You know what I'm saying? So, but that was my mindset coming in. I was gonna get great coaching. I was gonna be able to get developed. I'm getting coached by a former NFL coach. He's been where I was trying to been. He's been where I'm trying to go. He has the knowledge. He has coached so many guys that has been through the NFL. So I honestly believe like NFL scouts and coaches would listen to Butch Davis because of his knowledge and his awareness. And it's the same thing with Belichick. Like, why would you not want that? Like, but the difference between Belichick and Butch, I mean, they both Super Bowl winning quarterbacks, but Butch did it as an assistant. You know what I'm saying? Bill Belichick did it both as an assistant and a head coach. Not saying Butch couldn't have done it. I mean, he could have did it as well as a head coach, because before he got there, Cleveland hadn't been to the playoffs since the late 80s. And then when Butch came to the Cleveland Browns, he took them to the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? So I believe if he would have kept going, he would eventually have won a Super Bowl as a head coach. I'm not dodging that 1%. But it's a repeating recurrence of what we have coming into Chapel Hill. Now the only difference is NIL is involved with Bill Belichick. So guys are being paid willingly. When Butch was here, guys was taking money because guys needed it. But now you don't necessarily need it because NIL is producing so much for you. You can focus more so on the development and getting better and ultimately get to that next level. If that's your goal, get to the next level, then who's better to teach you? A guy who has seen players from 5 different eras. He's worked with players from the 70s, 80s, 90s, the early 2000s, and the 2010s. That's 5 different eras he has worked with. Yeah, it don't matter who you bring up. He's either seen, coached against, worked with, or coached.
Yeah.
So, hey man.
Yeah. Listen, this
better
is
than me.
This is never. Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. This is to me, this has never happened in my lifetime. Like, I've always sat up and said, like I go back to the if Jordan was to say, "Hey, I want to be a Knick," right? Which, of course, it never happened.
Right. It's like one of the greatest players of all time coming to your favorite team.
Right.
So now you got one of the greatest coaches of all time coming to your university, and he's here to help your university. I get it 100%.
Actually, you know what? I take it back. I do have one. And that is when Phil Jackson became the head coach at the New York Knicks.
Ow! Phil Jackson.
I thought Phil. Listen. You got to remember though. Before he came to the Knicks, he spent all of that time in Chicago.
And
he did everything that he wanted to do in LA. So when you hear somebody like a Phil Jackson with the accolades that he has to say
11 championships, dude.
I'm coming to the New York Knicks to coach the Knicks. How are you supposed to feel, right? Like you're supposed to be like, oh, it's a wrap. Give us 4 or 5 chips. And I mean, it was just a complete disaster. I'm not even gonna lie to you. So to see this, like this is just major, bro. Like
yeah. And for what happened to your school is that's what tops it off.
It's kind of like the Giants. It's kind of like Carolina winning the national championship, the Giants winning the Super Bowl, Yankees winning the World Series.
I'm sure if Bill Belichick would have went to any other of these colleges that's looking for a head coach, I'd have been like, damn, how'd they get him?
Hey, thank God for the North Carolina ties that he had.
Right, absolutely. Shouts out to Bubba Cunningham, man. Bubba was on his thing. Bubba got it done. I met Bubba plenty of times. He's great. I remember the first time I met him, I called him Mr. Cunningham. He said no, call me Bubba. So, and I be on campus a lot, man. I see Bubba at football games. I see Bubba at men's and women's basketball games. I don't see Bubba at softball games, soccer games, baseball games.
Everywhere.
And every time I see him, it's the same. Denoris, how you doing? Give him dab him up, hug him. We chat for a minute. Then of course I know he's always moving around with donors and wherever he's on, but he never stops to talk to especially alumni.
Yeah.
Especially alumni. So for him to not necessarily pull this off, I ain't gonna say that. This ain't no. He did his job. He did what the university hired him to do. He went out. It was time for a new coach. It was time to make some head turns, especially like you said in this day and age with NIL and being able to like grasp and hold like younger guys' attention for long periods of time because with so much out here, people are not honed in and locked in more than they used to be in the past. So for him to go out and be able to like get this hire and be able to work this deal with Bill Belichick to make him the next University of North Carolina head coach, it's amazing. I'm glad I'm here to see it. I'm glad I'm a part of the university where I can literally go to a game and see him walk the sideline for my university as opposed to last time I saw him. Last time I saw Bill Belichick in person was 2017, the playoff game, Tennessee against New England. They beat the dog out of us. They sent us home. You know what I'm saying? So, but I always had the most respect for him and for what he's done, not only for the game of football, but for guys I know who played for him and guys I know who worked with him as far as like coaching staff wise. I'm just happy he's bringing all that knowledge and all that wisdom and all that like upright, how things supposed to function and work and everything. I'm glad he's bringing that to my alma mater. So, man, my hat's off to him. I'm excited. Again, man, I can't wait. I seen the first game against TCU in Keenan.
That's not in Keenan. That's in Texas.
Is it Texas? I thought it's on Keenan.
Nah, that's in Texas.
It's in Fort Worth?
Yep.
Well, I'm going anyway. My granddaddy, I used to visit Fort Worth a lot because my granddaddy used to live out in Fort Worth. So that give me a chance to kill two birds with one stone. My granddaddy is a military veteran and he's buried out in the
I'm sorry.
National Cemetery.
It's home.
Is it Canaan? Okay, I'm about to kill two birds with one stone. I'm finna go see visit my granddaddy cemetery in the military national museum, and then I'm gonna come see Carolina beat TCU. So
I'm looking at this schedule, right? So I could have swore I seen earlier that the Clemson game for next season is in Clemson, but
is it
on this schedule here that I'm looking at? It says that Clemson is home this year with Carolina
in Canaan.
That's what I'm seeing. Like, so here's the schedule because I don't know if this schedule is out like that.
Right, that's what I'm saying. That's why I really didn't pay
the only schedule because the only one that I saw was the non-con games, but then they showed this on ESPN earlier today. So TCU at home, at UNC Charlotte, Richmond at home, at UCF, and then That's the non-con games. And then it says ACC opponent home is Clemson, Duke, Stanford, and Virginia. And then on the road is Cal, NC State, Syracuse, and Wake Forest. But like I said, when I looked at the schedule earlier today, like I'm looking at it right now. Yeah, see what I'm saying? Like right here, Saturday, September 5th at TCU. Saturday, September 19th, UConn at home. Saturday, October 3rd, Notre Dame at home. And then they don't have the date for it just yet or whatever, but they got at Clemson. Yeah, this is the schedule right here. So I'm looking at the full schedule. At Clemson, at Duke, Louisville at home, Miami is home, NC State is home, Syracuse is home, at Pitt, at Virginia. But there's no dates or anything. So I don't know what ESPN is showing.
They may make adjustments. We'll see. The officials, they just, everything right, especially right now. We ain't even had the bowl. We ain't had college playoffs. We don't know what, it's still more coaching hires need to be made. So it's going to be a lot of modifications and adjustments to the schedule. The final say-so of the schedule probably won't come out until June.
It could be. But I know it says at TCU is that first game, but then I just read to you that TCU is at Keenan. So see, I listen, right now we don't even know. Like I'm not even gonna build off of this and go off of any of this because we don't know. Like so because I gotta get to some games now. I'm excited. This is also excitement for me because of the fact that like I said, I'm not a big college football head like that. Like, of course, I'll watch the games, I'll watch a game or two. I might watch some Carolina games here and there, and stuff. But basketball is just my thing, right?
Right, absolutely.
But with Bill, yeah, I'm all in now. I might have to start doing stats and all types of stuff or whatever. But
I'm gonna catch you at tailgate sometimes. You're gonna be out there ready.
Exactly.
I'll invite you over because me and the boys we be going crazy, especially the bowls a lot. So yeah, you got to come out there.
You already know. All you got to do is you got the number.
I got you. It's on now. I caught you at the end of the season. It's over. It's over. Start next season. You got to be out there. We got to do this.
Absolutely. Just let me know, bro. Just let me know.
I will. Cause we're gonna be out there turd.
So before we get out of here, I got a question for you.
What's up?
I got three questions for you. We're gonna do over or under. All right. Bill Belichick has signed a 5-year contract.
Okay.
Right. In those 5 years, how many ACC championships does he win?
In those 5, let's see. That is 5 years. I say at least. Lord, I say 2 out of 5.
Okay.
2 out of 5.
Out of those 5 years, over or under? Well, it's not really an over or under, but out of those 5 years, how many championships does he win? National.
I can see him at least for sure getting one.
Okay.
I think if he does what I think he does, and he comes in and develop the program and turn it NFL style. After he gets one, a lot of colleges are going to flip to that format. If they're not doing it now, because it's a copycat league, just like the NFL. You're going to do what works. Yeah. And then the type of coaches he's gonna bring in and build a program. Some of those guys are gonna get jobs other places, so they're gonna take that same format with them to other universities. So it's gonna start catching up more. So you see how people caught up to Alabama and Clemson and all that. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't sit there and hold 4 or 5 stars on your roster like that because they're not willing to. Once you locked into Your letter of intent back in the day, you had to be there. You had to be there. Unless you was transferring down, you was gonna lose a year of eligibility.
Right.
But now it's not like that. So everybody don't call it Alabama. Alabama, no team can stack 4 and 5 stars and just keep reloading, because guys are like, no, I don't have to wait. I don't have to wait to play. I feel like I can play now and I can go somewhere and make money and continue to, and you know what I'm saying, and make the most out of my opportunities quicker. Yeah, absolutely. So I believe, like, because some coaches may be thinking like right now that pipeline program that Bill Belichick is preaching, they may be sitting there like, that's not going to work. That's not going to work on this level with the amount of kids that we deal with and the distractions and whatnot. But if he can get it to work and it produces a national championship and about at least 2-3 college football playoff appearances, like he technically don't have to win the Natty. I mean, of course, I want him to, for sure, for the university bragging rights. But if he can get to the playoffs, three out of the 5 years he's there, people are going to adopt that because the system works. You know what I'm saying? People will see that the system is working. And again, coaches get fired every year, so they gonna come pluck coaches from our staff, because we are Carolina. Whether you play there, you're an alumni or whatnot, you part of the university. So they gonna coaches are gonna come pluck from our. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we producing, how you think that Kirby Smart left Alabama and went to Georgia? You know what I'm saying? Like, I think he won 2-3 championships with Nick Saban. Then he went to, now he's at Georgia. He on 1-2. He's in the pursuit of his third. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So if it works, I mean, people believe it, they're gonna come. So I believe if he proves early that the system works and we win, producing winning records, and we're reaching the college playoffs and things like that, but I definitely want us to get at least one natty before teams start to realize.
For sure. Okay. So my last question: looking at this schedule, and even if based off of the schedule that I just read to you, does he go undefeated next season?
No, not the first year. No. Oh,
bro,
no. I don't think so. If he does,
I'm looking at this schedule. I'm looking at this schedule, bro. There's really no tough games on this schedule.
I get that, but it's still, you still got to play the game. So I mean, I don't think so. I don't think so, because I mean, he'll be in year one of his system. He's going against guys who've been in 2-3 years of their system and whatnot. But you never know. You never know. Like, I'm
just looking at this schedule, and I'm looking.
Do I want him to go undefeated? Absolutely, yeah. But I'm gonna be realistic and wait to see what happens. If I want to staff, we pushing to go undefeated. We gotta be dominant. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm speaking as a fan on the outside looking in. You know what I'm saying?
So like, I look at it like this. I look at it like this. I think he beats State. I think he beats Duke. I think he beats Wake.
Clemson would be
UCF. UCF is up in the air. Clemson up in the air.
Yeah.
TCU, I think he wins that game.
Okay.
Who else was on that schedule? Stanford, I think he wins. Cal, I think he wins. Who else was on that? Oh, you at UNC Charlotte, I think he wins.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, when you think about it, there's maybe two games on that
for sure.
Of course he can win, but I mean they're tough games. You at UCF and the Clemson game.
Yeah. Ball ain't kicked off. Yeah, you got a shot.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely. And you got a year to get ready. That's the same thing everybody has right now. Well, not right now, at the bowl season. Everybody has the same amount of time to get ready.
I got my Birdman hand rub going on right now. I listen, I'm beyond excited, man. This is incredible.
Hey man, I was at the house doing my Outcast So Fresh and So Clean when they hired him. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
I'm feeling like, oh, we got the GOAT. Like,
This gonna be
Never
crazy.
thought, but hey, it's in.
This gonna be crazy.
My best bet that first game. I mean, right now we
You
don't
know
know
how
because one saying Fort Worth, Texas, TCU, one saying Canaan. Either way, I'm gonna be there.
Yeah.
Either way.
You know what's the crazy thing? Imagine, because now you're gonna see it at the football games.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine all of the star basketball, maybe politicians, football players, maybe actors, actresses, whatever. You're gonna start seeing them in the stadiums, in the crowd.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of like when Carolina plays Duke at Cameron.
Yeah.
Michael Strahan is in the building. Stephen A. Smith, Donald Trump has came there.
Rest around to see Brady. Rest around to see Brady on the sideline in Chapel Hill.
Oh, you're gonna see Brady a lot. I think you're gonna see
Brady,
Peyton,
Gronk, Edelman. Who else going? Randy
all
Moss.
of them.
Prayers up for Randy Moss. He's going through. Yeah, he was diagnosed with liver cancer. Prayers up to the freak, man. Wishing you all the best. He may be there on the sidelines. I mean, I can't wait to see. I'm hyped. You know what I'm saying?
It's gonna be UNC is about to be
right.
Like, listen, we've never got this much publicity, and now when you turn on the TV, bro, that's all you see.
That's all you talk about.
Is Bill Belichick is coaching North Carolina.
My phone has been blowing up since last Friday.
It is crazy.
Last Friday. Dude,
this is amazing, man. I
woke up this morning to 4 texts from people talking about Bill Belichick. I get on Instagram. I have 12 people in my damn DMs asking me about how I feel about the hiring of Bill Belichick. I'm like, Lord have mercy. So I promise you, I know what you're talking about.
It's crazy, bro. I'm so excited.
Somebody just texted me now. Did you see the press conference?
See what I mean? Oh my God. This is about to be incredible, man. This is about to be incredible. Like oh my God. I wish football season was starting next month.
I know we in bowl mania though, so
oh man, but I ain't gonna lie. What's one of the most exciting things right now is just watching what he does with his staff, watching where he starts, how and where he starts to recruit. All of that is so exciting right now.
Right, because now you got well, no matter what position you play, who is he going to bring in to coach you? I'm thinking myself like as a DB, other than of course myself or Dre Bly, the only other DB that could like bring star power is probably. And he ain't even attend there, but like Ed Reed, like
nah, don't bring Ed
because you see clips of how much like Ed Reed was supposed to be coaching at Bethune-Cookman, man, and you see clips of how much Bill Belichick respect Ed Reed. And if Ed Reed still want to coach, and Bill Belichick hires Ed Reed, come on now.
I think everybody respects Ed Reed. Like let's be honest. Like, do not be out there in the middle of that open field or whatever. Like, that's a wrap.
I remember meeting Ed Reed after a game, and I just told him like, I'm a huge fan. Like, say it was me and a couple of guys. You know what I'm saying? We was like, man, we huge fans, much respect. And he was telling us thank you, but he was like, y'all remember this? Like, we were born to do this, otherwise we wouldn't be out here. I'm like, that's one of the realest raps I ever heard.
Golly, boy, Ed Reed. Oh my God,
my ego, my confidence was already through the roof. But when he said that, I'm like.
I used to be
like, you know what?
I used to feel for I used to feel for them receivers, man, when they was out there and knowing just the fear of knowing that man is out there somewhere, and if you not looking, it's a wrap.
Arguably one of the two greatest quarterbacks of all time had, like, especially Tom Brady. Tom Brady had written on his wristbands, fine 20.
Yes.
Fine 20.
Lord have mercy, bro. Like, I'm just even thinking about Ed Reed. Like and oh my God, like, yo,
absolutely, it's amazing.
Lord have mercy. That's crazy. That's crazy. So listen, it's a great day to be a Tar Heel.
Absolutely.
Go Heels.
Go Heels, go America.
Bill, welcome to Chapel Thrill, my guy. Like,
Right.
for sure. Like, you know, like, listen, words can't explain nothing. Everything. Words just can't explain everything. Like, it's mind-blowing and mind-boggling right now.
Right. Everybody at Tar Heel Nation is feeling what we're feeling right now.
Oh my God. Everybody.
The utter excitement. We wait for the next chapter. Like I'm waiting to see who's going to bring in as a coaching staff. I'm going to be like, yeah, good hire. I mean, it may be some head scratchers because maybe some guys I never heard of, but as of right now, like Mike Lombardi, I don't heard of him already.
I just want him to get Josh McDaniels. If he gets Josh McDaniels, I'm cool. I don't care who else he bring in.
He's keeping on Freddie Kitchens. I don't game plan and played against Freddie when he was in Arizona and he was in Cleveland. You know what I'm saying? Ted Montecchino. I remember Ted Montecchino when I was at the Senior Bowl getting scouted, and I remember playing against Baltimore. He was on the sideline. Coach Clyde, you know what I'm saying, having the game plan against Coach Clyde. He's offensive coordinator, of course, with the Colts with Andrew Luck when I was in Tennessee, and then he went to Tampa with Brady. I mean, of course, I didn't play against Tampa when Brady was there, but I sure played against the Colts where he was there with Andrew Luck. So
yeah,
he's got some ringers on that squad. So he's got plenty of guys with credits that guys should listen to.
Absolutely. Like, Lord,
the amount of knowledge is running through his veins. And like, if you're a football thug, like I'm a football thug, if you sat there and watched that 100 years of NFL football, and even when they had segments where they had to go to the clicker to pull up guys from the 30s and 40s, he knew who they was.
Yeah.
He was breaking down guys and these guys playing with leather helmets. It looked like everybody was running wing tees. I'm like, who is this person? You know what I'm saying? Like I knew of a few of them now, like Don Hudson, like I said, Sammy Boy, Marilyn Montley, you know what I'm saying, guy like that. You know what I'm saying? Like Night Train Lane, Dick LeBeau that he was bringing up on the screen. But everybody else, I'm like, who that? But that's his knowledge. You know what I'm saying? His knowledge of he's been around for 5 different eras of football. The 70s, 80s, 90s, the early 2000s, and the late 2010s, like the amount of knowledge running through his veins, like, bro, even if you go there and you don't make the NFL, the knowledge you can get from him, you can go off and be your own coach somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So it's endless possibilities of getting there and learning from this guy. You know what I'm saying? So
I can't wait. I can't
take advantage of it.
I cannot wait. Lord,
take full advantage of it.
Oh my God!
You gotta be a fool. You gotta be a fool not to. You gotta be a fool not to.
Yeah, for sure. So, oh my God, I cannot wait. Listen, Denarius, of course, it's always a pleasure, my guy. Always a pleasure.
Always.
Big salute to you. Listen. We got them. We got to talk, bro. Cause it's time to start putting some things in motion for sure.
Absolutely.
Time to start putting some things in motion. Now that this is things have happened. Yeah, it's time to start putting some things in motion. So we got to go ahead and get things together and get the ball rolling for sure.
Absolutely.
For sure.
100%.
And get over to Chapel Hill.
I am, man. I am for
get
sure.
over to Chapel Hill. Like right now, listen, this is the perfect time to go. Ain't nobody there.
I'm gonna go walk around the bar.
Yeah, and listen, nobody is there right now. Like he hasn't brought in no other staff.
If it didn't get dark so early, I head that way right now. But
I know you would. But listen, yeah, man, get on over there before he really starts bringing guys in.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man, go ahead and let him see your face.
Absolutely.
If he sees your face, he might be like,
"Man, what? We gotta get a bit here."
Yeah. I need you on the squad for
Absolutely.
sure. Like, yeah, like so. Make that happen, man. Like, listen, don't disappoint me, dog.
But if it don't happen, get ready to chop it up all season long.
Oh, absolutely. I
appreciate you having me, though, man.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. Listen, everybody, that's Denarius Thursday.
Yeah,
my guy right there. It's my guy right there. Solid. He's solid. A1, like for sure. Like that's the guy right there for sure. So Listen, everybody, I appreciate everybody for chiming in. Y'all know how we rock. You know, Denarius is coming back. Don't worry. We'll be back soon. But until then, everybody, it's a great day to be a Tar Heel. Go Heels.
Go Heels. Woo! Woo!